I made a TikTok about this, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. For 40 years, the neckbeard, we the people, Amosexual, gravy seals, Al Qaeda, green buffets, Second Amendment crowd that have shall not be infringed tattooed on one of their butt cheeks have been telling us every single fucking time that there is a massacre inside of a first grade classroom or a fourth grade classroom or a high school. We need our guns to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government. Those men are cowards. Those men are cowards and cucks and simps. And absolutely nothing that they have ever said about their right to bear arms to protect themselves about a tyrannical government is true. Because we now have a tyrannical government. And where are they? Where are all of these fucking Oakley wearing neckbeards, Second Amendment power bottoms? Where are they? They are nowhere to be found. Because it turns out, and we should have known this with Philando Castile. We should have known this with Philando Castile, and I will put his name on the screen. When Philando Castile, a licensed gun owner in Minnesota who had a concealed carry permit, was legally carrying a handgun, but he was black. And the police fucking murdered him. NRA, not a peep. Second Amendment crowd, not a peep. Not a fucking word. Because it turns out it didn't have jack shit to do with guns. It had to do with race and white supremacy. White men should be allowed to own guns, not black and brown people. The Second Amendment crowd is a bunch of racist fucking cucks. Because we have a tyrannical government right now that masked, anonymous members of law enforcement are kidnapping men, women, and children off of the fucking streets in this country and putting them in concentration camps. And where are these amosexual fucking tough guys? They are cheering it on. They are cheering it on because it didn't have anything to do with tyranny. It has to do with white supremacy. It also has to do with a tragic disease that every single one of these guys suffers from. That disease is smallpox. That is a tragic disease that appears to inflict almost every member of the Second Amendment crowd smallpox, because apart from the fact that they're all willing to just completely bend over for an obscenely corpulent, protuberant, globulous mass of a human being who cheats at golf and who is not permitted to own a firearm because he's got 34 felony convictions on his record. That's That's the fucking guy that these Gravy Seals, Meal Team 6, Green Buffet, Amosexual, Al-Qaeda men, that's who they're all grabbing their fucking ankles for. One of the only things that has been more stunning to me than the fact that the United States government could be toppled in 4 months because we're all sitting around going, what the fuck is actually happening right now? I don't know what held it up for the previous 249 years. One of the main things that has been equally as stunning to me as the collapse of the United States at the hands of a convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, failed game show host is the complete and utter collapse of the Second Amendment crowd in this country. 98.9% of whom are white men who put themselves out there as tough guys, who individually believe that they are the only ones who are capable of saving the United States with their little arsenal just as soon as they finish polishing off that fucking Hot Pocket. These guys turned out to be the biggest fucking bitches of all. I mean, these guys turned out to be the biggest fucking bitches of all. Because when a tyrannical government actually appeared, when it actually showed up, when it actually started doing the things that this tyrannical government is doing, these poncy little butt boys just went and hid in their basements and begged for more Hot Pockets from mommy. No offense. I forgot that's the white power thing. I shouldn't have done that. No offense. There's a lot to keep up with these days. And these are the same guys that have just been railing about the feminization of America when it turns out that nobody has been more feminized by Donald Trump than the hardcore Second Amendment crowd. We need our guns to stand up against a tyrannical government. And when it showed up, they just drew a big, warm, hot, soapy bubble bath and climbed in and waited for daddy. They're still waiting for daddy. It's been fucking unbelievable to watch. The entirety of the hardcore Second Amendment crowd in the United States, pretty much every single one of whom is white and male, just made a nice hot soapy bubble bath and climbed in, and they're waiting for daddy. They're waiting for Daddy Trump. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Have a great night.